Hello dear students. So let us discuss about the crystal field splitting in square planar complexes. So the coordination number in square planar complexes is 4. So the square planar arrangement of the ligands may be considered to be derived from the octahedral field. So in octahedral field, we will have 6 ligands. So the 6 ligands will be directed towards the 6 corners of a regular octahedron. So that means in addition to these 4, in case of octahedral complexes, so you will have 2 ligands here. Okay. So this square planar arrangement of these ligands may be considered to be derived from the octahedral by removing the 2 ligands from the octahedral, the two trans ligands, these two opposite ligands located along the z axis. So when you remove the 2 ligands from the octahedral complex, so you will get the square planar arrangement of the ligands. So in this process, what happens? The Eg and T2g sets of orbitals are shifted. That is, these orbitals will no longer degenerate because when the ligands approaches the central metal atom or ion, so when they approach the central metal atom, so the energy of the 5d orbital will not remain the same. Okay, so here you can see the square planar arrangement, that is the arrangement of 4 ligands in a square planar arrangement, okay, around the central metal ion. Okay, so as the ligands approaches through the axis, through this axis, so they would have a great influence on the dx square minus y square orbital, so that the energy of this orbital will be raised most. So the dxy orbital, so that this orbital is also lying in the same plane, but between the ligands will also have a greater energy through the effect will be less on this dx square minus y square orbital. Okay, so that means, so the dxy orbital will have less influence of the ligands than the dx square minus y square orbital. That means when the ligands approaches the central metal ion along the axis, so this orbital, that is dx square minus y square orbital, will have the greatest influence. Okay, so therefore the energy of the dx square minus y square orbital will be raised. Okay, so this dxy orbital is also present lying on the same plane, so but this will experience the less influence of the ligands. Okay, so on the other hand, so due to the absence of ligands along the z axis, so the dz square orbital, so this dz orbital becomes stable. So because there is no ligands along the z axis, so therefore the orbital which is present in the dz square axis, so that becomes stable and it will have the lower energy. It will have the lower energy. So and also similarly the dxz and dYz. So these orbitals also becomes stable. Okay. So now let us write the energy level diagram for the that is splitting, the crystal field splitting in square planar complexes. Okay. So So these are the 5d orbitals. Okay, so the 5d orbitals. So when the ligands approaches the central metal atom or ion along the axis, so there what happens? So they split into two sets of energy levels. One is the higher energy Eg orbital and the lower energy T2g orbital. Eg orbital and this is T2g orbital. So in case of this is dz square, so this is d square minus y square. So these three are dxy, dyz and dzs. Okay, so in case of square planar geometry, so when the ligands approaches the central metal ion through the axis, okay, so as you know, this dx square minus y square, it will be greatly influenced by the ligand, so therefore its energy will rise the most. So therefore, so this is dx square minus y square, its energy has been increased. So the dz square, there is no ligand, there is no ligand along the z axis, so therefore this dz square orbital will experiences least influence of the ligand, so therefore it becomes stable and it will have the lower energy. So this is dz square orbital. Okay, so next this dxy orbital. Okay, so this dxy orbital experiences less influence than the dx square minus y square orbital. So therefore the energy of this dxy orbital, which is present lying in the same plane. Okay, so therefore this energy of this dxy orbital will also increase. So this is dxy. Okay, so these dxz and dyz orbitals, so they become stable. So this is dyz orbitals. Okay, so the crystal field splitting, in this case, is 0.6 sp square planar. Splitting energy in case of square planar, this is 4 delta sp. So for this, the splitting energy is plus 1.23 delta sp, splitting energy of the square planar. So dxy is plus 0.23 delta sp. So for this dz square minus 0.43 delta sp. So for these two orbital minus 0.51 square planar. Okay, so this is the crystal field splitting in case of square planar complexes. So next let us see the limitations of CFT. So limitations of crystal field theory. Crystal field theory. So this crystal field theory fails to explain the metal ions other than d orbitals. Okay, other than d orbital. So it does not consider the electrons of s and p orbitals. So it explains only by considering the metal ions of the d orbitals. So the next one, so this theory doesn't explain why H2O is a stronger ligand than OH minus in the spectrochemical series. Next one, so this theory fails to explain the partial covalent nature of the metal ligand bonds. So it explains only the electrostatic nature of the ligand and the metal ion. So next one, so it also fails to explain the pi bonding. So pi bonding in the complexes.